Russ ANBER weighs in on Terence Crawford and the Glovegate saga. Let's talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Can anyone confirm that this is real, true, and an accurate picture of the Terence Crawford gloves? Has the photo been tampered with? The gloves in this photo are used gloves. These are not a new pair of gloves, and that's not my opinion. That's a fact, and I can prove it, right? And these are the pictures of the gloves. I made a video about it yesterday. Now, you see in the comments, it says, and David Avanesyan's coach, Carl Greaves, was not allowed to check or touch the gloves beforehand, either by the commission, despite asking to do so. So they're saying that David Avanesyan's people wanted to, try the glove, which is very customary. In fact, that's how Floyd Mayweather seen that there was imperfections with the gloves with Marcos Maidana. He's like, the gloves ain't got no patent, right? Just been told he was allowed to just touch the gloves, but not allowed to try on the gloves or poke at them like usual. After seeing those photo, alarm bells are going for me. Why was his manager or whatever, Carl, wasn't allowed to put his hand in the gloves? It's a common practice beforehand when checking, right? And someone said, this is blood, this is bad, Reyes gloves don't split, so something smells fishy. Now I'm gonna switch gears real quick because Everlast put out an official statement. And due to the length of this video and the length of this, essay and press release that they wrote, I'm not reading the whole thing, but I'll start you. And you can follow this on my Instagram at BoxingEgo1. We take safety and performance seriously as a leader of professional boxing equipment. It is more important that we ensure the necessary steps, yada, yada, yada. Process includes scrutiny of all materials. During the development cycle of the custom fight gloves used by Crawford and Crawford Avanesyan, a batch of defective leather was used in production, resulting in a malfunction during the competition. In such cases, Everlast follows proper protocol by providing backup competition pairs, keep that in mind, to be replaced pending a decision by the sanctioning body overseeing the fight. A stoppage was called to review the equipment malfunction, and the commission deemed the equipment was still suitable for competition. No foul play was at hand, nor was there any tampering of the product on behalf of Crawford and his camp. So pay attention. And again, if you guys want to follow this, you can follow me at BoxingEgo1. So they're acknowledging that the workmanship, there was something wrong with the leather. No biggie. But it still begs the question, why? It doesn't matter who's at fault for the malfunctioning of gloves, but if you have two gloves, and I got a great video coming on this, so make sure you come back to the channel later. But if you have two busted gloves in the middle of the fight and the guy's already overmatched in the fight that people didn't want, people wanted to see you fight Errol Spence, how is it fair to just brush it off and shoo it off like, oh, okay, you have two malfunctioned gloves, which the referee and Antonio Tarver said they noticed. Obviously, the ref noticed it because she called a timeout. That's per the rules. And again, come back. I got another video. Y'all gonna make me go Ego Veli, so stay tuned. So that is one issue. Why would the commission, it doesn't matter if Everlast is taking credit for saying, hey, we had workmanship quality control issues with this pair. They said we provided a backup pair. Why wasn't that backup pair utilized in the event that the custom pair of Crawford gloves were, not up to par? The workmanship had issues. And again, these are the gloves. So clearly there's a defect in the glove, or, the leather couldn't stretch or whatever, which Everlast is acknowledging. But how do you continue to fight? That goes against the Nebraska Commission rules, and I will prove it in my upcoming video, right? So many things going on with Crawford's fight. Like, for example, look, BOK Prime, okay, they want to enter. Saturday, November 10th. Only problem is this fight was December 10th. So why does their flyer, look, it's from BOK Prime, right? It says Chinatown, Los Angeles for whatever reason, but the flyer, their own flyer, says Saturday, November 10th, and then the fight didn't come on. Look, and then in the caption it says December 10th. So why does the flyer say a completely different date? These are the mishaps and missteps that we're seeing from BLK Prime, which people are looking at the Crawford's decision to not fight Errol Spence to instead do this, and then the gloves explode mid-fight, and then you knock him out right after the referee calls for a timeout, and the commission just allows you to continue fighting with these busted up gloves. Now we find out, and I might be getting ahead of myself. Russ ANBER, just so you guys know, so some people would be like, but Ego, why are you looking at Russ ANBER? Who cares what he says? Because he has 43 years in boxing, and he is the founder and CEO of Rival Boxing Gear. And he's a trainer, cutman, advisor, gym owner, boxing analysis, and so on and so forth. In fact, Lomachenko, who he's pictured with, uses his brand of gloves. Back in the day, I think Lomachenko used to wear Venom gloves, but for a while, if you look at Lomachenko recent fights and stuff, he wears Rival. So he makes gloves. It's not like he's just some random hobo off the street with an opinion. This is a guy who manufactures his own gloves. So we've gotten to Everlast press release, and they're saying there was an issue with the quality control. But again, in situations like this, if there is a defective pair, then you go to option B. That's what's supposed to happen. And this other guy, John Pegg, who's also in boxing, says, ask Carl Greaves, who is the trainer or whatever of David Avanesyan himself. He got told from the man himself he was not allowed to touch or put his hand in the gloves to check them or anything. That's weird because, okay, let's say Everlast had quality control issues and the gloves would explode, right? And look, Russ ANBER said this is getting more serious by the minute. So I get it. The gloves are bad. Let's put the blame there on the craftsmanship, the workmanship from Everlast. They're taking responsibility, saying during the development cycle, we use bad leather. Cool, no problem. But now that the problem is here and you have two busted gloves and an overmatched opponent, what do you do next? The commission just waved him on and allowed him to continue. And it still doesn't answer the question of why the other side was not allowed to put their hands in the glove and, test the glove, and why a backup plan and a backup pair of gloves were not utilized. So there's still unanswered questions. You dig? So again, Terence Crawford Glovegate continues. Russ ANBER says, if this is true, oh my gosh. And he says, David Avanesyan and his coach were not allowed to check or touch the gloves beforehand by the commission, despite asking to do so. Now, I know what the haters are thinking. They like, oh, but Boxingego, who is this guy? How you know he knows what he's talking about, right? Okay, y'all want it. I'll give it to you. Let's say you don't want to believe that. Okay, let's look at David Avanesyan. So this is David Avanesyan, his verified page. You see the blue check mark, and this is a verified page of his. And let's look at his stories. Okay, Crawford gloves, right? How is it possible after 6 rounds and he tagged a bunch of people, right? So people are questioning, seeing the gloves, posting the glove. It says, how is this possible? What the F? Crawford's gloves after 6 rounds. This is the video of, when Crawford was told by the ref to go to the corner so they could sort out the damaged gloves, right? This is in Russian, which we'll get to in a second. Look, you see the gloves are exposed and blown up. So why is the situation handled like this, right? So this is David Avanesyan's team, by the way, just in case y'all was wondering. And all of his stories are posing the same questions. Like, so he's obviously co-signing, like, hey, this was handled improperly. And the translation, the Russian, because it was in Russian, what the caption said, look at how he treats the commission and supervisor. They didn't even look at the gloves. Listen carefully. I am 100% sure that it is necessary to appeal, right? And it said, Everlast, you should never make gloves again, and your customers shouldn't buy this ish, or maybe there's something here. What was hidden? So it looks like David Avanesyan is looking at his options and possibly looking to appeal this decision because he feels this was mishandled the way that the commission just allowed the fight to continue, and then he gets brutally knocked out in a way that he hasn't. I mean, he was knocked out by Mean Machine previously, but not one punch, you're over and head dribbling off the canvas. So this was already the fight that people didn't want to see, overmatched opponent, hometown advantage for Crawford. Why is this guy saying that Avanesyan's own team weren't afforded the opportunity to mess around with the gloves and make sure everything was okie dokie. Maybe had they been given this opportunity, maybe they could have detected something was amiss with the gloves or awry. And I get it, Everlast is they're taking credit for the leather workmanship or whatever, but maybe this could have been avoided. Besides, Everlast, if you look at the press conference, they said they had a second pair on deck. So if the custom gloves busted open or exploded, then that's what the second pair is for, but none of this happened. Let me know what you guys think. That other videos coming soon. Subscribe, you don't want to miss it. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with a $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We work it.